Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the video. Yep, that's me in the flesh. Today's video is going to be about the frontier models. So, GPT, Gemini, Grok, Claude, DeepSeek, all these models, LLMs. We're going to see how they're different from each other, the overview and characteristics, what are the pros and cons, just for you to give a general idea and guidance on how those LLMs are wrapped around the web UI interface for us to interact with them, and then having a specific context window, which is like a number of tokens or prompts that you can enter, and then from there you're able to understand which models are better performed for specific tasks like reasoning, content generation, or for longer time as well. So, or maybe even shorter, faster models, efficiency and utilizing the resources as well. So let's get into the video. So I'm going to share my notebook in which I've made the notes about frontier AI models for 2026. So first and foremost, we have the GPT 5.2 by OpenAI. Key characteristics is a multi-model transformer with advanced stepwise reasoning and unified planning. Pros and cons: industry-leading accuracy in math and strategic planning, 400,000 context window, high agentic reliability. Cons is high token cost, fully closed with no private self-hosting option. So now, if we move on to the second one, Claude 5.1 by Anthropic, constitutional AI architecture, prioritizing safety and high trust reasoning. Pros is best in class coding and debugging, exceptionally low hallucination rates, stable 30 plus hour agent workflows. Cons is that slower response times, conservative tone, may feel restrictive for creative tasks. So now let's look at the Gemini 3 Pro, native multimodality integrated with Google's search, grounding, and deep think mode, superior cross-modal reasoning, video and audio, extremely low latency and flash variants, seamless workspace integration, output consistency varies, vendor lock-in, prevents privacy focus on on-premise deployment. I'm just going to go through all of them and then I'll go into a key overview of all of them and compare them in the list. Next up, we have is Llama 4.1 by Meta, open weight transformer optimized for private deployment and domain fine tuning. Pros is that it's a more context window and it's more control over your data, privacy. The disadvantage is that it's a requiring lots of massive GPU infrastructure to run those efficiently. Next up, we have the DeepSeek V2 3.2. It's a mixture of experts with extreme inference efficiency via sparse attention. So different kind of transformers that it uses, and of course, it has a high performance in finance, logics, and mathematics. Closed API hybrid reasoning mode. It requires a specialized GPU optimization, complex routing logic, and cause workload imbalances. So that's one thing to look at for DeepSeek. Next up, we have Qwen 3.5 by Alibaba, sparse MOE type of LLM with a superior multilingual text comprehension. So it's more designed for text analysis and understanding how the texts are. And also, it says pros that has a 1 million token window and it's mostly suited in Eastern Asian markets and Middle Eastern markets as well. For example, for high cost efficiency RAG, and disadvantage is that it's less innovative, velocity and adaptation in Western markets compared to Llama or GPT. Next up, we have Grok 5 by Elon Musk's. Characteristics is that it's a real-time agent-ready engine with Deep Search Plus live web integration. Pros is that it's tightly integrated with live internet data, 200 million context window, purpose built for agentic automation. The downside is that personality forward response may require strict prompting, control for conservative enterprise use. So it's very hard for Grok to be more enterprise level because it's mainly integrated with agentic workflows and automation. And therefore, yeah, it's hard for it to be commercial use. Next up, last but not least, we have Microsoft 5.4. It's a high efficiency small language model, SLM. So it's designed for edge AI and all those local offline use cases. Surprisingly, it's a high reasoning per parameter, runs on consumer hardware laptops, ideal for offline assistance. So you can run it locally just to test case and see how it is, the model, not for high complex tasks. Disadvantage is that limited vocabulary and short context window compared to frontier reasoning engines. So this is mainly an overview of all those top frontier LLMs out there. Their different designs, different architecture of the transformer as well, and of course the purpose as well, which application that they would like to be used in for different industries as well, and the pros and cons of those. We know that is there the context window is the window that you're able to prompt in Prompt is a number of sentences that you're able to put in, and and each sentence will then be broken down into words and letters, and that letters are converted to tokens. So that's why it says token windows in the context window. Um, so based on each models, how much you can accept in for it to then run using GPUs at the backend, and using the vector databases or RAG to give you the contextual prediction, next prediction as well. So therefore, that's why the cons is that it's very expensive and hard to run the GPUs infrastructure as well. And for also having data security as well. That's one thing to monitor the adherence of this prompting, but it's strict data as well, privacy leaking, and making sure it's ready for commercial enterprise level where you're able to monitor it as well. Yeah, so that's mainly it. When it comes to the strategic differentiators in 2026, context as infrastructure. Context windows have expanded from simple paragraph lookups to handles as large as 10 million tokens, allowing models to ingest entire code repositories or legal document paperworks or archives. The MOE is a mixture of experts. It's the most efficient models nowadays. They use different sort of architecture or subset of experts, which allows within that transformer to balance the performance of parameters against high compute costs. So it's another way for you to utilize it as well. Reasoning models, these are another frontier models that now include a thinking, so you can think how they reason a plan ahead, or reflection mode that allows them to perform self correction, how they would give you the response as well before giving the final output. Analogies of choosing an LLM 2026 is like hiring it for a specialized team. GPT 5.2 is your brilliant but expensive project manager. Claude 5.1 is your meticulous lead engineer. DeepSeek R1 is your high speed financial quant. Llama 4 is a versatile private consultant who works exclusively within your own office walls. So that's mainly it for today's video. Tomorrow is going to be about transformers. I've already started writing notes. I'm going to understand how transformers work, what are the key components of transformers, and what makes them so different, because we know transformers are part of the deep learning neural networks that are consistent, and then how those neurons work, their function, their purposes, all that's going to be talked about tomorrow's video. And yeah, going to research and understand as well. So that's mainly it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, bye bye.